Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. In the previous we learned about classes, just the basic type. I hope you got the idea how we should declare a class by naming this keyword class and write the name of the class, and inside it everything is private before we declare a public. And we can use a scope resolution. I said you how to use scope resolution. First name for a constructor you should write the name of the class, then scope resolution, and after that name of the class. So and to declare an object just write name of the class and write your object. Make sure that your constructor, even if you don't declare this constructor, nothing will happen. Just if you don't want this constructor to be called, uh, if you don't want this constructor to be called, you just cut it. It will run in a normal way. But just to initialize the value, you use this constructor, and that's how we put an object here. And I also said that we cannot access private. I showed you there is an error. Okay, let me show you one more time. So if you did not watch the previous video, you got the basic idea. So just run it, and you can see it's private, so it cannot be accessed, but the public can be accessed. You can see here it is written public number 2 because we wrote here public number and the number is 2. Okay, so that was from the previous video. In this video we'll learn about function. We already talked about function when we learned the basics. Okay, I don't know what's happening, so just comment out this. When we talked about basic, we talked about functions very well. I hope you got all the concept about function because this will be very useful here. And today we'll do a programming. So I'll do an example so that you get a basic idea about programming. So there will be link in the after this video we'll put some exercises. In the first two you should understand before putting an exercise, so that this video is second of the classes. After this we'll put some exercises so that you can solve it. Okay, let's start about function. Today we'll do function. Just write function. I already talked what function is. You can know the definition. Just it's before classes we write function to do some things over and over again without writing the same code. Okay, today we'll do like we'll do a process like we'll take a number, and secondly we'll increase the number, and thirdly we'll show the number. So that's what we'll do today. Okay, I think you can see that. I'll just increase the font little bit. Okay, that's, I think you can see now. I'll just put this little bit here. Okay, today we'll do this. We'll just using function we'll take a number, then we'll increase the number, then we'll show the number. We'll do everything inside class so that you can understand it, the classes and the functions. Okay, just let's comment out this and copy. Let's cut this and put it in the front so that we can know what we are doing, and paste it here. Okay, first of all everything will be same. We'll take out this constructor from here. We'll just comment out the constructor because we will not use constructor here. So just comment out this constructor. Okay, the constructor is commented. Now we don't need to use this parenthesis because we are not using any constructor. We are not passing any argument. Even though we are not using constructor, this will run purely without any error. So you can see it ran purely without any error. In the right hand side, all the output is in the right hand side. If you are not finding where the answers are coming, it is in the right hand side. So we can see without the constructor also object can be created. Now we'll use some functions, and we'll put the function inside public so that it can be accessed outside, and in this private number we'll just write our input. Just start with lower camel case, our input. That's the input we'll take. Is private. We want everything should be private because we don't want this all should be accessible by outside members so that they don't change anything. So that's why it's better if you put all your variables or the data types inside private so that it cannot be accessed by even though they get access to the class. So now you'll use some functions inside this public. So first we'll use a void function. I'll show you how to write a function. Just name the data type, and we'll take input function. First you can see the first is take a number, means we should input a number. So we'll write input number, and that's how we declare that's how we'll declare a function. We're just doing the prototype because we'll do in the later after the class. And the second one will be just increment the number, increment number. This will be second function, and the third will be display number. So that's how we declare three functions. I hope you know how to declare a function. If you don't know, see the basics, you'll know how to declare a function. Now using the scope resolution, I already talked about scope resolution when we declared constructor and how to use it. Though in function this is a little bit different. I'll show you how to use it. After here, come down. Let's come down. And before the function, what is the return type of the function? Just write the return type of the function. We are returning nothing, so it's void. After that, name of the class. Okay, in the previous video you can see the name is of the class, not of the class, of the class. So it's name of the class. So name of the class. So just write name of the class. Okay, I think we'll get an error here, so we'll write name of the class. I hope it's not putting any error. Okay, everything is correct. You just write the return type of the function first. That's the return type, and after this write the name of the class. Name of the class can be anything. We are writing name of the class so that you understand better. After this, use the scope resolution. This use two colon, then write the name of the function that you want to. So we want this input number, we'll just write input number and put this parenthesis and write the function, whatever we want to do inside this function. So what we wanted to do is we want to take input cin. We'll just write out everything so that we know what to do. Enter the number. So we'll just enter the number here, and we'll see in this function is inside this class so that we can access this private. Though we cannot access the private inside this main, but we can access inside the function because this function is inside the class. So that's how we can just write here our input, and okay, that's how we declare the function. I hope you got how we declare the function. Okay, I'll say one more time. Just write the return type of the function, the name of the class, then scope resolution and name of the function. I'll write in the side. Okay, first write return type of function, then name of class, then scope resolution and the function. Okay, I'll just okay, I hope you can see, or we can just increase one by one. Okay, just put this in a little bit. Okay, that's the prototype. That's the return type. First write the return type of the function, then name of the class. I'll put an underscore so that it looks good. It looks like it's the same. Return type of the function. First write the return type of the function, then name of the class. Okay, I'll just write number here. First this, second this, and the third place is this name of the function. So first you write return type of the function. We have a void return type, so first we'll write void, then we'll write name of the class. So name of our class is name of class, so we'll write name of the class. After that we'll use the scope resolution. So scope resolution, and in the third part we'll write name of the function. We wrote this function. So that's how we can write function outside of the class. Even though in the function we can access this private, though we can access this private inside the int main. Okay, we'll declare two more function. First write the return type of the function is void, then write the name of the class, and use the scope resolution and name of the function. Second is increment number, so we'll write increment number, use the parenthesis and put it here. And now we want to increase the number, so we'll just write our input plus plus. If we want to increase it by 1. So this is our second function, and our third function is return type void and this display number. So first write the return type, the name of the class, scope resolution, and the name of the function is display number. So let display number, use the parenthesis and just print out cout resulting number, and we can just write our input. Don't forget our input is the name of the input that we are taking. Is declared in the private, but we can access in the function. Okay, now we declare all the functions. Now we come back to our int main. Okay, I'll just zoom in a bit so you can, it's small I think, but I think you can see it. If you face any difficulty in seeing, comment out, give a feedback so that I can manage which one you can see and which you can't. Okay, now we declare all this function outside the class. I said how to declare it. I hope you got it. Now how to access this function inside this int main. First of all, you just name of the class and create an object. Okay, object is created, there is no constructor, so nothing is inside this object. Now we'll just write name of the object, object1 dot, and we can call the name of the function. Which function? First we want, it should input a number, so we'll just write input number and use this parenthesis. Okay, that's how it is calling this function. So I'll just run it once. So you can see the function is called and you should enter a number. I hope you can see the plus here. So you can see it here. I think enter the number, or just maximize it so you can see enter a number. We can enter a number here, just write 12, and it's executed because we did not do after this, we did not do anything. So in the second, after inputting number, we want that it should increment it, so we will call this dot increment. Okay, so obj1 dot, we'll call the increment function and we'll call the result function obj1 dot display number, and we'll just run it. Okay, there's an error here. What is the error? The term cd is not recognized. Okay, we just wrote here cd. I think we'll just clear out this. There is no error, it was error while doing the consoling. Okay, you can see that here. Okay, I'll maximize it so that you can see. So it's asking enter a number. You can see in the first line it's saying enter a number, so we'll enter a number 12, and when we click it, you can see the resulting number is 13. Why we got 13? We can just go to our functions and we can see we call the object with increment number, and inside the increment number is declared as a function here, and we declare the function as our input plus plus. What is our input? Our input is the input with 2, so it is increasing by 1. I already studied how plus plus works. Okay, if you don't know, I'll show you. Our input is equal to our input plus 1. That's how plus plus works. You can write it this way also, it is the same, but this is the convenient one. It's easy to write. So that's how our 12 become 13, and after 13 we call the display function. What does the display function do? It will call this. Okay, the display function is calling this our input. Our input is the number, but this was called after using this increment number, so this our input is increased by 1. I hope you got the concept of functions and everything is clear. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay, I hope you got the concept of function. Everything is clear now, how we can declare a function and write the just give the prototype inside the public and do the everything outside the class. Okay, we can put here private. Suppose if you write here display number inside the private, you can just write copy it, comment out here, and if you put this inside the private, I said everything is private before public, and if you run this, okay, there's one more time the cd. I don't know how cd is getting printed over and over again. Okay, we'll get an error. I'll show you what the error is. You can read the error. It's saying the display number is private within this context. Means what? This, we declare the display number inside the private here, we declare this function inside the private, that's why this cannot be accessed in the later part. So it made it clear that whatever we declare inside this private, this can never be accessed inside the int main, even though we declare the class. So I hope you got the basic concept about function, and try declaring the function in the public so that you can access in the later part, and try declaring the variable inside the private so that the others don't get access to this. So I hope you got the basic concept about function, and if there is any problem in these functions, you can just ask me or post a question. I'll try to solve it. Uh, i'll I'll edit a question and I'll edit it in this part of the video. Okay, in the end I'll put a screenshot where I'll put the questions. I hope you solve the questions, and that's it for today. We learned about function inside class. I hope it's helpful, and do give feedback. So thank you for watching. See you in the next. So this is the exercise for class using constructor and function. There will be a lot more. So this is the first problem you have to do. You have to declare a class with name, students, which have data member. Data members are this type. These are the data members, like using the int, string and all that. These are the data member. These are the data functions. These are data functions. These are data members. I'll write it here. Data members, and these are data function. These are data function. So I hope it's clear now what you have to do. So declare data members with name, college name, age, class and roll number using the conditions below. So these are the conditions. The premium condition is all function and constructor conditions are functionality to be declared outside the class. This means that it should be done in this way, like how we use this scope resolution for declaring outside in the class. So it should not be like we declared in the previous, how we declared a constructor inside the class. It should be declared like this outside the class using the scope resolution. I hope you got this. Okay, what are the conditions? Roll number to be passed an argument as a constructor. I already showed you how to pass a construct, how to write a constructor and how to pass argument inside a constructor, and how to initialize it. So the roll number of the students should be passed directly in the constructor as an argument. So please try to do it. And all the data members are private. So here also we can see that these data members are private. Only members are private. The function should be in the public. Declare a function that takes all the details. You just declare a function like we declared here a function, and you write this function. The functionality of the function should be that it should take this name, college name, age, class, roll number is already declared inside this constructor. And in the last you should do is you should print out. We did a printing out in this. You can see the display number. This function is printing out. Just write the C out and we do the printing. Write it in a good way so that it looks good. So this is the exercise. So I hope you complete the exercise. Okay, thank you for watching.